Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here in front of me for this lecture. I want to start by having my presentation. Yeah, thank you. I want to start by saying that I'm here not only as a technical training lead of Musavaso, but I'm also a teacher in high school, and I also conduct different kind of activities in the educational field. So I have different kind of views on different perspectives that I want to share with you. And I want to start that for the past 13 years, I've already been conducting different kind of trainings in technical field, in programming, in software engineering, in agile development, but also for the past 6 or 7 years, I've been teaching kids 6 years and older on, again, programming, technical stuff, and how they can interpret technology and how they can use it in their learning experience throughout their life. So 5 years ago, we founded the NGO here in Bulgaria for translating Khan Academy. And then I met with Salman Khan online, of course, not in person. And I've learned something from him. He said, you need to know only one thing, that you can learn anything. By that time, I was really happy about this because I said, okay, then I can help everyone learn anything. So that's something that is very good, and I really need to stick to this in order to be able to help as much people as possible, not only grown-ups but kids also. But then I started teaching more and more into high school, into primary school, and I started seeing that something is missing. So I want to give you 3 stories of kids that I've met and what are their experience. And first is Emo. Emo is really passionate about traveling. He wants to go everywhere around the world. He's been outside of Bulgaria only once, and this is a picture from there. But actually, he's really keen on geography. He wants to learn everything about the continents, how different continents are around, and how you can travel around them, what are the good things about the continents and everything. But there's something missing, and the one thing that was missing was his geography teacher. His geography teacher wants him to learn everything by the book. So he needs to learn what is there in the book, and if you know by the 10th or 11th grade of geography, you know that you need to learn a lot of things that you don't know why you need to learn them, that are not that relevant, and he wanted to go in Google and search a lot of things about the geography that he's studying currently. But the teacher is saying, no, only this in your school book is the thing that you need to learn. And that's it. You don't need anything more, and I'm going to ask you questions only on this and nothing else. It's obvious to say that he was not very happy, but still he's really happy about geography and about traveling around the world. The next story is about Polly. Polly is a great student. She excels at every single topic in his school career, in her school career, but except for one. That one was mathematics. What is happening with her is that she is a writer. She wants to write, and every single minute that she has a free time, she's writing something on a bill of paper or on something, wherever she wants, on her phone. Everything is that what she's doing is writing just some stories. And she wants to become a writer, and she wants to be even better and better at writing. And what was missing for her is that she didn't understand why she needed math. Why exactly she needed to learn the quadratic equations or every other formulas that are there at school. Her teacher in mathematics is very good, and she wants also to help her understand mathematics, but she didn't know how to do that. And Paul is still struggling with mathematics. And the third story is Lubo. Lubo is from one small city here in Bulgaria. He doesn't have his own PC, and the only working free of use PC is in the library in the small city. He wants to be a software engineer. You know, there are a lot of money there and everything, so he wants to become a software engineer. And he wants to learn as much as possible about software engineering, about programming, and about everything that is happening there. But there is a problem there also. The problem there is that his teacher, who is very good at programming in Pascal. And what he was teaching him was how to program in Pascal. Not to say that Pascal is not a good language, of course, but it's a little bit old already, and you need to learn some more things that are happening there. He wants to learn more, and he uses his free time to go in the library and find as many things as possible. But in his school, he's studying Pascal, because that's what the school program is. So what I see here in the 3 stories is that something is missing. So the kids really want to learn and really want to do something, but something is missing. And I want to show you a triangle. This triangle is dating back from the Greek, and it's not about education, but I'm translating this to the educational field. This is the triangle of persuasion and being a good lecturer. So how to make a good rhetoric and everything. So this triangle has 3 angles, that's why it's a triangle. And the 3 angles are the 3 key things that you need to be good at in order to be a good presenter. And I want to translate them into the educational field, and I want to show you this. The first thing is ethos. Ethos is the authority. The authority that you need to set when you're talking in front of people, that you know your field, and you can give something back to the audience so they can listen to you. In the education, this is the teacher. And here is Emo. Emo is really passionate about geography, but not the school geography. And his teacher is just saying to him, this is what you need to learn, and that's it. You don't need anything more. Just don't go and waste your time roaming around and everything. The next thing is pathos. Pathos, you can say, as emotions. So in order to be a good presenter, you need to incorporate stories, emotions in your display in order to be better at grasping the audience. In education, for me, this is the relevance, and this is how you can internalize what you learn as a new experiences and connect them with your already done experiences. And this is Polly, who is lacking this pathos and this connection between her literature understanding and interests and the maths. And I don't want to go into much details, but there are a lot of mathematics in literature. And you can understand mathematics better and better, even through literature. So this is what was missing for Polly. And the last part is logos. Logos are the hard data that you need to show in order to convince the audience that what you are talking about is true, correct, and they need to listen to you. And here is Lubo. He's really passionate about software engineering, but he lacks the concrete data. In his school career, inside the school, he's only learning 1 language and is not already that much relevant. So having this triangle, I want to say that this, for me, is the really beneficial topic on what you need to do in the education in order to make it further and further better for everyone. So going from this triangle, I want to start with a blank slide and try to think about the future of education. Having these 3 topics and having these 3 angles of a triangle, we need to learn how to make the education even better and better in the future. And internet is all around us all the time. And currently, internet and all the technology around us are giving us the logos or the hard data that everyone wants to learn. And the kids, even now that I'm going in the school, and they constantly try to find something new, something interesting. And they're at some points even better prepared than their teachers. They know more in certain kind of fields. Probably their knowledge is not that structured, but they still already know a lot of things. And having this in mind, the teacher's role, the main role of the teachers, are to give emotional intelligence to the kids, to let them understand their own emotions and how these emotions complement or distract their learning processes. And last but not least, connecting them in groups and teaching in an environment that they can benefit from each other. Because if the teacher is doing this, kids will always be doing this, even inside their classes. Even though currently there are some laws that are forbidding the use of technology in the school process, I dare say that these technologies can be useful, and if teachers learn that the logos is already all around us, they need to become even better and better at helping kids developing their better habits. So, what are the role of the teachers? The role of the teachers for me are 4 key points that I'm going to show you one after the other. And these are the things that every teacher needs to do in order to be a better teacher in front of their kids. The first thing is, I can say inspiration. But it's not only giving inspiration to the kids, but finding their unique talents and what they want to do. What exactly they need to achieve in order to be better and better at learning something new and becoming a better even citizens. So finding this right thing that you need to do with the kid is totally personal, and every kid is a person on its own. And even not with the kids, with the grown-ups, it's exactly the same. If you find the passion of a person and connect everything that you want to teach them with his passion or her passion, that's the best way to do things. But there are always obstacles. And the second thing that teachers need to do is to help students overcome some obstacles. There are going to be obstacles because learning is hard. It's hard not because it's something that is by definition hard, but it's hard because you change yourself. And we heard from the first keynote speech that change is inevitable, but it's hard because people don't like to be changed. And learning something new is always changing yourself. And the teacher's role, the second role, as I say here, is to help them overcome these obstacles so they can learn more and more. To give them exact specific tools how to overcome these obstacles so they can be better at learning. The third thing I already mentioned, but I want to point out here also. The third thing is to help kids and people that are learning, whatever it is, collaborate with each other. So promote teamwork inside the learning experience, whatever this learning experience is, inside schools, inside learning academies, or whatever. Because everyone that is going in the workforce after they learn something, they're going to work in a team. It doesn't matter if you're a freelancer or you're part of a big company of 1,000 or 2,000 people, you're always working with other people. And from my experience, this is lacking at all in our education. And it's not only in education in Bulgaria, it's lacking as a central thing in the education. Because in education, you are constantly evaluated on your own personal marks. You are better at this, but you're not that good at that. You need to be better here or whatever. But it's always personal marks. So for me, the teacher's role is to promote this teamwork and to help teachers work together, students work together and learn together. Because the most important thing, when I go to the first point, is that the kids are different, inherently different with each other. And if they connect together in a team, they can be even better than the sum of these personalities. So this is also true in the workforce, and you all know that when you work together in a team, and the team is good and healthy team, you are always achieving more than the sum of the personalities that you are. And last but not least, the fourth role of the teacher is to praise success. And this is a little bit overrated, mainly in the Western in the Western education system that you constantly praise your children. Yeah, you made a good effort. Good boy, good girl. That's good. That's not what I mean. What I mean is to understand what the person is struggling with and to praise their achievement in overcoming this struggle. And this struggle is totally personal also. Still, the people are all different. So the most important part here is to praise and to praise in front of others the achievement in the learning process. And this achievement can be done in different ways. You can be the worst student in your math class, like Polly, let's say. And when she starts learning and she starts understanding even the topics that are already trivial for the other people in the class, this is already an achievement for her. She already made this connection with her internal need of understanding through literature and into the mathematics. So having set this role of a teacher, I want to continue down the road and see what are the other parts of becoming a better and better education. And apart from teachers, we have schools, and we also have companies. So what schools and companies can do in order to help the educational mind shift, let's say, because it's not a revolution, for me, it's more of an evolution of becoming a better and better educational system or educational activities, whatever they are. Going with schools, now we talked already about the information that is there. It's around us, it's in internet, it's everyone around us. And the main topic for me here with the school as an institution, as a structure, even as a brick and mortar building that is there, is to stimulate this teamwork. To help students work with each other, talk to each other, and help each other in different kind of topics. Because there is a research that creating a study group of people that are committing to the group that they're going to learn something new throughout a MOOC, massively open online course. Creating a study group is boosting the success rate of these MOOCs up to 40%, even above 40%. And average rate of achieving and completing a MOOC is less than 15%. And this is based on the research of Coursera and all the other platforms that are delivering such kind of courses. So just the fact that you are going together with other people, just to listen and to look at the lectures and to do the tasks together is boosting the achievement rate at almost 3 times. But it's not only here. And there are other research on the massively open online courses that they are used not only for achieving and finishing the courses, but they are like a library that you go there and you just look at 2 or 3 lectures and you just look at it, look at what you want to have and you just get it and continue with your life and go in another MOOC and another MOOC and another MOOC. So even success rate of less than 15%, it's already a huge success for the open online courses because there is a lot of information free and that's quite good quality, so people can learn from them. What schools can do here is to help people come together and help them help each other, of course, and continue with their learning experience. But not only this. There are 2 other topics that for me school is very relevant and crucial, and education cannot be done solely online. You need to have the personal touch with the other people, not only the teacher with the students, but also the students themselves. But the other thing is the schedule. So the school currently is creating a schedule. You need to wake up every morning at a certain point of time, you need to do what you want to do, and then you're going to school. Then you're going to school next day, and this is 5 times in 7 days. For me, this ritual, this habit of sticking to something for quite a long time is always beneficial. And I'm not going to talk that much about habits, but having a strict routine is helping the brain forget or put aside this schedule. So this schedule is done automatically, so the brain can focus on something else. And this something else needs to be the learning experience. So having a schedule, for me, is very important for a person to learn more and more. So if you commit even for 5 minutes a day to learn something, me personally, I do this with foreign language lessons. I'm going to Duolingo, 5 minutes every day, I'm already on 700th day. So just 5 minutes a day every day. And this is improving my language lessons, language skills in a language. So sticking to a schedule is very important. And sticking to a schedule is helping people learn more and more. What I want to put here on top of that is that for me, the school as an institution, as a brick and mortar building, needs to be open throughout the whole year. And this schedule needs to be done throughout the whole year, not as something that needs to be for sure 100% you need to go there and to do something. But this is a schedule that you create yourself and then you stick to it. But it's not 9 months a year. It's constant learning experience. And you need to be able to have this schedule throughout the whole year. And the third thing I already mentioned, but still I want to point out as something separate. This is the connection and the friendships that are happening in the school. Some of my best friends, even up to date, are from the high school or university. Being with the same people throughout 5 or 6 or 4 years, it doesn't matter what is the time, being with the same people and having the same objectives or goals is creating a bond that is very, very strong. And being on the same level of understanding and way of thinking of what is your path to success is creating very good friendships. And some of the best even companies are founded by people that have been studying together. So this connection and this bonding is very good, and this needs to be there even with all the information that you can find online. And this with schools. Then we continue with the companies and what the companies need to do in order to help people learn even more. First of all, companies need to provide the professions. The jobs are there, but they need to show the professions. What are the professions of the current and the professions of the future? Because companies are the ones that are actually creating the environment that the people are going into when they finish whatever school they finish. So having different kind of professions and showing them to the kids is the most important thing for one main reason. There is a question that for me is the most relevant question that every kid is asking all the time, and most of the times it doesn't get an answer. And the question is why? Why I need to learn something? Why I need to learn what I'm learning currently in school? And the professions are the answer to this. Find your passion, find what you want to do, and then you will answer the question why. You need mathematics because you can go more into this direction. You need arts in order to go into this direction. You need every single topic. And I think that our educational system, even here in Bulgaria or whatever it is, the topics that are studying in school are not irrelevant. They are there and they give a foundation of what the kids need to learn, to understand in order to be successful in life. But they don't know why. And because they don't know why they need these skills or this set of knowledge, they just simply don't do it. And even if you have the best teacher, even if you have the best materials, if the teacher is not answering the question why, the kid is not going to learn anything because it's not relevant to them. Having this picture now already almost full, I have the last point here, and the last point are the institutions. What the institution needs to do, like the Ministry of Education or the other ministries or the President or the Prime Minister or whatever, or the United Nations, the European Commission, what they need to do is to lay a ground for these three groups, four with the students, to collaborate with each other, to help them talk to each other and to develop further training materials that are relevant to the professions and engaging for the kids. And then they need to get out of the way at all. And I see this as an idea going more and more. And I dare say that our current ministry is helping this in their own way, not exactly the best way possible, but they're doing something into this regard. And I want to express this because for me this is very, very good. I've been part of the two programs that were developed by the Ministry of Education. One is called Education for IT Career, or the new profession which is called Applied Software Engineer or Applied Programmer. There is a new profession that is currently going inside the schools. It's already third year that is teaching inside the professional schools here in Bulgaria. And what happened was that the ministry went to the branch organizations here in Bulgaria, and they said, okay, we don't know what needs to be learned here. Help us understand what the topics need to be inside schools. And we created this think group that developed the whole educational program. We developed the materials and we put them free for teachers to have and to learn. And this was a good example of how the institutions just come, connect, and get out. Of course, they wanted to go in all the time and to help with all the administration. They wanted to have all the information on their own website, which was constantly down and such kind of things. That's why I'm saying that the ministry needs to just go a little bit aside and let us do our work. But even though the current educational path for the applied programmer is relevant to the business and is what kids need to learn in order for, after 12th grade, for them to become an intern software engineer, which is very good for me. They still haven't got one a finished 5 years school program, but still it's very good. The second thing that I'm currently even part of, together with Musawasoft as one of the companies, is the IT Business Teaches, as it's called. So Musawasoft is part of this together with all the schools, and the schools can apply for a person from the software industry to go in their school and to teach something in front of the kids. I'm going around Bulgaria currently, and I'm going in different schools, and I see that this is very, very interesting for everyone. Very interesting for kids, very interesting for me, and very interesting for the schools. And also, this is very, very important because kids learn something from the practice. What was happening there was that they created a platform. And they said, I mean the Ministry of Education, they created the platform and they said, you need to have a signed contract in order to go in the school. If you just want to go there, the school are welcoming you, they want you to go there, but you need to have a signed contract by the end of October. And if I want to go in February, I cannot currently have this contract. So this is another way of the institutions going inside and meddling about the communication with the school. So what I wanted to say here is that the path is good and we're starting to create a lot more of these foundations, but we need more and more to help these three parts, teachers, schools, and companies, help students learn more. And with this, I want to end. And I want to say thank you. Because there are still 10 minutes, if you have some questions, I will be glad to answer them. You have a question? Yeah. Can we have a microphone here? Okay. How can we approach a student that doesn't have any passion about any topic at school, right? That's the question. Okay. I really wanted to leave this slide open because I'm currently part of an initiative. We co-founded one organization. It's called znam.be. You can find it online and you can look at it. It's a questionnaire that every kid can go and just fill in and find their probable future profession, which is very interesting because I'm going in the schools and I'm going in the terms between the school lessons. In the, I don't know how it's called in English, sorry about that, but the time that is 5 or 10 minutes between two school lessons, I'm going there, sorry? Breaks, yeah, okay, breaks. Yes, of course, it's breaks. Yeah, so I'm going in the breaks and I'm just asking kids, do you want to fill this? It's just 5 minutes thing. And the school teachers and the principals, they say, oh, no, our kids don't want to do that. They are totally apathic. They don't want to do anything. But when they came to me, they are very enthusiastic. They say, okay, I don't know what I'm going to do after 12th grade. I really want to do something. And with this, just 20 questions that I'm going to answer, are they really going to give me my profession? And this is just the start of a dialogue. I mean, we are not doing this in order to say to the kids, this is your profession, that's it. Fine. This is a start of a dialogue that we created with the kids, and we say, okay, it's artist for you. Do you really have a passion for artists? Yeah, you know, I'm just scribbling something on my board and I want to do something more. Okay, then you are artistic. Then you just need to pursue this. Okay, how can I do that? And kids started asking already, how can I do that? So they're not passionate. They're not passionate about the things that are happening in school. They are passionate. And for me, this is the most important thing, that you need to find the answer of why you need to learn these topics. And this is work for teachers, for schools, for institutions, for companies. Why you need to learn these topics in order to achieve your desired goal. So this is what I'm trying to do currently, and I'm really trying to help even more and more kids. So thank you for this question, because this is really the pain here that I'm trying to address. Okay, any other questions? Yeah.
Hi. I want to ask you what we as a community here at ISTA, as individuals, what would you recommend for us to do practically to help this vision you presented?
What can we do as a community? For me as a community, the most important thing is to show what were your passions and how these passions translated into your current position and your current aspirations and what you do currently. So give the role model of the teachers that, okay, I've been here and I wanted to do this. Now I'm totally in a different way, but that's okay because I traveled my way and that's how my road was during these years. So for me, being a role model and I've been to another lecture which was called Being the Significant Adult, the one that has enough ethos to stand in front of the kid and to say, okay, look at my road and look at how you can go. That's not your road, of course, but that's my road and that's how I overcome my obstacles and I can help other kids. So for me, this is being a role model. Okay? Other questions? Yeah.
A lot of the presentation was involved with shifting a lot of the decision-making also towards the student.
Yes and no, because...
My question is, why is that a better approach? Because the students between 1st and 12th grade, let alone that they're not fully fledged adults as rights, their decision-making process is generally flawed. They do not have the ability to make rational decisions, let alone, oh, what is going to be my job in 10 years? That job might not exist in 10 years. Yeah. So is it more of a guideline than something that they would like to pursue. Because if they want to pursue it, it might actually involve a lot of things that they are not interested in, but they do not realize it yet.
Yeah, thank you. And I totally agree with you that the kids are developing in this first to 12th grade. So most of the times they cannot take a decision that is totally beneficiary for them. So shifting the role of making a decision to the students is not what I want to do. I want to show the students, and I think that this is the best approach, to show the students that there are different ways, so they can choose a way for them to develop based on the educational system that we already have. And we have the basic knowledge that we want to give the kids to. And we don't want to, how can I say, I'm not a fan of changing totally the educational system and just leaving the kid deciding what he or she wants to learn. That's not the case. My idea is to have the kid see their interest in every single topic and how they can get the most out of a topic based on their aspirations and their needs. But the topics are there and they still are going to be there, and the ground knowledge and the ground level of understanding needs to stay there and to be like a sandbox for them to experiment and to learn more. But having an idea that I want to become an engineer, I want to become a medic, I want to become an artist, early on is giving them the answer to the question why I need to learn this. In 2 years they might shift, and that's still okay, because they can shift from artist to engineer. But still they have a guideline, they have a light post that they want to look at and to continue this. And based on this light post, they are gathering their knowledge. My understanding currently is that kids they don't have this guidepost. They don't know where to look at, and that's why they cannot answer their question why. More questions? Okay.
Just another one. How do you approach people that want to be software engineers because of the money in the software industry?
Yeah, thank you about that. Yeah, thank you. I'm going to repeat the question for everyone. What do we say to the people that want to study software engineering because there is money there? I want to become a software engineer because I will get a lot of money. Just yesterday I was in Yambo, and I was in front of 12th graders. They are already understanding that this is not exactly true, but in front of 12th graders, I asked them, why you are studying this? Why do you want to become a software engineer? And there are mainly three reasons of this, and this is exactly based on the triangle. And it's 100%, how can I say, it was funny for me, it was interesting for me, because they answered with this question, why you are studying this, exactly with the 3 points of the triangle. First, there is a significant person in my life that is very important for me, and they are software engineers, and I want to become like them. That's the ethos. Then, I am very good at computers, at technology, and I want to become software engineer. That's pathos, that's the emotion. And then the logos is the hard facts. There are money there, and I want to go there. That's why I'm learning this. And what I'm telling them is that that's not true. There is no money for mediocre software engineers. Yes, they might be a better pay for a mediocre software engineer than for a mediocre salesperson in a store. Yes, that's true, because there is a lot more need of this, and that's why there are a lot of people that are going there, so that the salaries are higher and everything. But being a good salesperson, one of the best, if this is what you want to do, you're going to earn even more than a mediocre software engineer. So find your passion, that's why I'm telling them, find your passion and pursue your passion, because this is going to lead eventually to more money in your pocket. So that's my approach. Okay, I have 40 seconds more.
Nobody else has a question. I'll ask you one.
Thank you very much again.
No, I'll ask you one.
Oh, okay, we have more questions. Okay, yes.
So you put 3 things in your presentation: teachers, schools, companies, and you also laid a foundation with governmental institutions.
Yeah.
Where are the parents?
Where are the parents? Yes, thank you. For me, the parents are part of all the three. Let me go back. Yeah. Parents are in the companies. Parents might be teachers. Parents might be other staff in the school. So parents are there. They're not missing from the picture. And what he's also asked me about what we can do as a community, it's exactly the same question. What can we do as a community or as parents to help kids? And for me, these are the role of the company. It's exactly the same role. Being a role model and showing them what are our roads of achievement, not to give them this same road to the kids, but to show them that there are different roads that they can go through and they can learn from this. So that's my thing.
Thank you.
And done. Thank you.